Namaskaram. Welcome to episode 8, part 2 of Machine with Mayank, where we are learning how to automate with the help of n8n on our local machine. So before we begin, we'll just start our Docker. That can be done by using docker compose up the command. As my Docker is already running, it will start working, and you can see it on Docker window. And yeah, that's it. Now we will go to the browser part. Just give me a second. I'm just pulling up that screen. Hmm. As you can see the screen, it is on. So you can see that here it's on localhost. I'll just show it to you from beginning. Right. So this is the workflow which we built. And you can just rename it whenever you want. AI marketing automation. So there are 4 steps in that. First, we have to schedule a trigger at what time particular action should happen, and we'll put an OpenAI message model where we'll already have a command for the chat, and whatever is generated, it will first be posted on this Google Sheets as an append. It will append every row depending upon how many times it's called, and then it will go to LinkedIn and post. So for today, we are only covering this 3 part: scheduling a trigger, connecting AI model of ChatGPT, and appending, because I got stuck with LinkedIn API issue. We need to I need to get this. Where is the problem? I'll show you. I got stuck with getting LinkedIn API, LinkedIn community API. That is usually when we want to manage pages, not our individual LinkedIn, but for pages. So for that, I need to fill up some forms. So I'll show it to you. But before that, what we have already achieved, I would like to show. So it's pretty simple. Yeah, it is the board which you can see. So to begin with, what you have to do is just you will go to plus sign, and then you can select what you want to do. Click here. You can create an action in an app, right? So what you want to do, you can just click here. So for example, you want to schedule it. So you can select schedule trigger. So similarly, this trigger will appear. Now, how to code this trigger? Because something will happen. So that's what it does. You can just click on that trigger. So this workflow will run on the schedule you define here once you activate it. Right? So trigger interval days between triggers. One trigger at hours 10 a.m. So at every 10 a.m. let's say whatever activity, whenever it is triggered, whenever it is 10 a.m. it will start its work. That's it. It is its job. Then we have to link OpenAI, right? So similarly, you will go to plus, you will put across OpenAI, and we are making it chat based for now. So we will message a model. So you will do this. So then you will get an option to correct the parameters. So typically your OpenAI API key. So already my OpenAI key is connected, right? So here I'll show you in another screen. Already OpenAI API key is connected. So you will put that resources text operation. We need to message a model. These all things will not pop up until you create a credential. So first you have to connect it. So I'll show you how it needs to be done. When you will be doing it for the first time, you will already, it is very self-explanatory, but I'll show you what will come up. Model, we have to message it and what role we are giving it as a user, right? So send a message to a user as a user and you will get the response. That's it. And this is, and you can just click on test setup we have not executed it right now, so we are not doing it. Yeah, because you're not connected to anywhere, so that's the reason. You can connect a model. For example, 3.5 turbo. We are just trying it, right? You will not add it to the existing node, but for example, write poem on marketing. And just you can do the test setup. So this all are latest in the world of commerce where competition is fierce, marketing is the key. It's a strategy that must be embraced. Yeah, right. So this is what just to give you, you can test the step here itself. We are not using it, so I'll delete it for now. So this is how you have to do this. Similarly, this is a trigger for Google Sheet. You will open it. Credential to connect with Google Sheet. So there is a huge process which I will show it to you in detail. But once you connect, what happens? This will only come up once you actually connect the Google Sheet to your n8n. But once you connect it, you will get an option. See here, it's in Google Sheets authentication to API. So that is the resource sheet within operation. What operation we need to perform? Append a row. Create a new row in a sheet. So these options will pop up. You need to do this particular task. Which document? So you can select from list or you can select by URL. You can put URL also, but what will happen that it will automatically pop up because once it's connected, all the details from your Google Drive and Sheets will be fetched here. So you can select. So I'll select this elite details. Then so this is the Excel sheet name, and which sheet we are working with? Leads. So I've named one sheet as leads on that. So this particular sheet of that Excel we are connecting it to in mapping columns. So we'll map each columns manually. So whatever column you would create here, it will pop up there. For example, I'll write generated content date and we'll put it hashtags. Suppose I want to tag hashtags also. Right? So what will happen? This it will just refresh it. See, hashtags came. So then here we need to again give from where the hashtags will come, right? So this I will show it to you in the because this is a new trick. This is a new node, but I'm right. Then you will get options on the side, so you can just drag and put it whatever you want to take it. So for now, just to show it to you what it is, and then you can save it. Right? So yeah, that's it. So these are the three things we need to. I have not created new one. I'll just remove that because it's not required. Hashtag is gone. Okay. So these are the three steps. Fourth is LinkedIn. So LinkedIn also, I'll just show you what it has. In LinkedIn also credential to connect with. So we need to create new credential and then resource will be the post you need to put. Operation, create a post. Post as organization. Organization URN that I will only get once I get the access from LinkedIn for community product from community posting. So that I will show it to you in later parts of this particular. So you can see text.openai item.json message content. So whatever OpenAI generated, that will come here. So its content is stored in LinkedIn, and from there it will come here. But we are not using it right now. So this is the process, how it will work. But we need to, before that we need to put credentials for every whatever we are using. For OpenAI we need to use OpenAI API key. For Google Sheets we need to get access to Google Drive and Google Sheets. So now how we have to do that? So what we will do is that we can get credentials from here also, or directly clicking on here. So for now we have credentials for two part. OpenAI account, it is very simple. You will just there will be an option, so it will take you to OpenAI, so there you can connect it, put your API key here, base URL is there from where you can connect, right? So simple. Log into your OpenAI account, open your OpenAI API key space to create an API key, enter an organization. If you belong to multiple, if there is no, you can just leave it blank, right? That's it. And then you can just, you will try connecting and it will show connection successful. So this is done, right? So this is one part. Google Sheets account, it is a bit tricky one if you are doing it for the first time, but easy to do. I'll just tell you how, right? So in this, what will happen, you will have to go on Google Clouds, cloud.console, and I have to read a lot of documents for this, so that's okay, but it's easier to do. So we'll use this. So for that, you will go to console.cloud. So here you have to do a couple of things done. Right? First of all, we need to we'll go here. We'll go to create credentials. Create credentials. What credentials you need to create? You will create um, auth client ID. So once you do that, you will get client ID and its secret key, which you have to post it here. Client ID and client secret key. But this will not be sufficient, right? You will have to do one more important part, two important part majorly. OAuth consent screen. So there you have to define what kind of app it is. So we'll just name it your app n8n automation. Will you public? So there will be an option that what you want to do. Do you want to use it in production or for testing? So we'll use it for testing because we are not making it public. Then user type we will be using, because we are not a Google Workspace, because it's not been used. It's not a Google Workspace. I'm not a Google Workspace user. I can make available to external general users, right? So there will be an option, so you have to select that. You have to select it external, and this is because this is only set up for test users. Only those people whom I have given access, that I what I can do is I can in test users I'll just add users. I just have to write the email ID, right? So they will be using it. So once you do that, you have got the complete access of it. And I'm forgot to show where to see the key, right? So this is the key which I had created, right? We'll just click on that. So here you need to take two things, URI. So this is, you have to copy this. So this particular, so we'll copy this and then we'll paste it here, right? So it's authorized redirect. Whenever a request will come, it will authorize, it will redirect to this particular location. That is when you have to save it. This is the client ID, this is the client secret, which I had already pasted there. And anytime, once you do that, you can try to, well, there a window will come for signing in. We'll just the credentials are executed. I showed you how to do it on Google API, and I also have to show it to you on what problem I was facing on LinkedIn. So, so yeah, but let me run the automation first. To run the workflow, you just have to do test workflow for now. Trigger is scheduled. Right, LinkedIn one I'll show you where the error is. So this happens. This is my, so see, generated content along with date is pasted here. Oh, I forgot to show you how to, this particular flow I have not showed you, right? I'll show you. So here you can see once it's connected, resources, text, image, audio. What is the input? That's the resource. It's text. Operation, message model. Model number, you will select it here. Message, I have written generate one-liner for a digital marketing company, social media post. Role is a user, and that's it. Well, means these are the parameters which we have set, and this is on error stop workflow. What need to be done? If there is an error, that's what it is. And this is the parameters. And this is Google Sheets. So whatever data we had there, so what we can do, we can always pass that data here. So I can, this content, whatever we want to put it here, I can just drag and I can drop it here. Right now it's not required. For date, specifically for the date, there are different triggers. Timestamp, I can use the timestamp and put it here. But you can also write this function. It's already, so you will call, this was complicated for me to begin with, but I think after spending some time, the process remains same across all the nodes. Only one thing is, depending upon the node and because we are dealing with different integrations, so Google Sheets will have different API structures. You need to understand that, and you need to understand once. That's it. OpenAI is the easiest one, and LinkedIn. Now we'll just see what problem I faced in LinkedIn. Seeing is my LinkedIn page. So here what happens on LinkedIn developer, you will get an option to create an app. All right. So once you run this flow, yeah, we have run. Once you run this flow, it will show some error on the LinkedIn part. So that I was explaining to you. We will go to, so this authentication details where we have to fill, that I have to show you. So similarly, you will click on the LinkedIn part. Connect with, create new credentials. So you have to put your, we'll go with community management. All right. Because we need to manage a page. If it was an individual one, you would have gone with standard, but we'll go with community management. This ID, this redirect URL, you have to paste it in LinkedIn page. Client ID, client secret, you have to do it. Right now, it is not working because it is not working because I'll show you the page. As you can see on this page, so once we have done the authentication for connection, but we need to also enable the product. What product of from developers console of LinkedIn we have to select? So we have to select this community management API. Right, there are different others: advertising, lead sync, live events, sign in with LinkedIn using open ID Connect, conversion, blah 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 blah. There are many. We will go with Community Management API. So this is majorly to enable brands to build a presence and engage with their LinkedIn community, to manage a page, to control the page posting and analytics and all that stuff. So for that, once we click on request access, there is a form which we need to fill. LinkedIn Community Management API developer tier access form. So this we need to fill. There are certain details. What is your legal company name, your website, and all. And that's it. Once you do that, LinkedIn will verify it. So they will do this stuff. Once it's done, then that API access will work and the posting will happen. So for that, I will cover it in part 3 along with few more things which we can do to make it full funnel, because right, add blogs, right? I want to add images. So these all few things will make it full funnel. So this is a very small display of what automation can do on your local system by activating it on local system, by using Docker, by using n8n. We'll stop it for now. I hope you liked it. I think this is my one of the slowest video. Uh, I hope you are also very clear how to use Docker to download an n8n image on your local system, how to create a workflow. LinkedIn is pending, so that we'll complete in a part 3 part of it. All right. So thank you. Have a great. Oh, wait. I missed on sharing one important part with you. Yes, I have to show you. There are a few things in Google API which will not work if you don't take care of it. So that is, so in API client, even after you do everything, you have to do very important step. You need to select Google Sheet, for example, Google Sheets, because this is important. Initially, might be this particular. You need to enable the APIs of Google Sheet and Google Drive. Once you do that, then only, so see, now it is coming as manage. If it is not, you have to enable it, right? Because both Google Sheets and you also have to do it through Google uh, Drive. Because if you don't do that, this particular parameters will not be fetched. So you will not be able to see few things. First, you will not be able to see this Google Sheets. It will not pop up here. And you will not be able to see, hey, what's up? You will not be able to see the which sheet from which Google sheet you would want, which sheet from which Google document you would want, right? And then, so yeah, that will not happen. I faced that error. Once I enabled that, it became easier. All right. So yeah, I think it is pretty simple. There is also, you can get the data in JSON format. You can get the schema out of it. We'll keep it table. That is simple. All right. Okay. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to me, and looking forward to finish this video by adding few more nodes and making LinkedIn active. Cool. Take care. Have a great day.